friends, it's E-Monk here, and today we are going over the Keyblade, how I made this. Now, as a precaution, we're going to be using contact cement, and when you use it, you want to use gloves and a mask and a well-ventilated area. Please follow all of your safety instructions. I did not do this, and that was a very bad idea. I did have a fan going and a window open, but I would suggest you keep everything extremely ventilated and follow proper handling procedures. And with that, on screen E-Monk, go!
First thing that you're going to want to do is cut out your 3 blades. Print them and cut them. I'll have them in my Facebook link down below. They're free, of course. And you, what I did is I printed it out on full page. It really depends on your hand, as you can see. Mine fits in the handle. So because you're going to be holding it like this, and mine fits just in the handle. I'm going to make it just a tad bit bigger, but this is the base that you'll be going off of. So, go ahead and start cutting them out. Make sure you also cut out the middle where the hole is. That is very important when you go to cut it out on your phone. And you can print it out in black and white if you want. You don't have to do it in color like what I'm doing. Well, like what I did. You want to make sure that they're roughly the same size, which they almost are. I'll have to make one side a tad bit bigger, but with that tail thing on there, it makes it look smaller too, so they're pretty darn close. It's a little complicated but doable. You just have to watch your curves and stuff. We're going to transfer it to foam. We're going to get the more complicated stuff out of the way. Which, for the blade, you're going to need 25 inches of PVC pipe and 17 inches for the handle. Follow? And you also need an extra 2 inches of this PVC. Okay, this is 1 inch PVC pipe, and this is 1.5 inch, and you need a 1.5 inch of this as well. So you need to cut those 3 pieces out of your PVC pipe for those measurements. Okay, I cut out pieces of foam. We're going to try this route instead. Alright, this is why we pre-cut out the template. This is where it needs to be. I need to pull up my reference picture. So it's right here. That's where it starts. And there is a tiny space, like, right at the tip. But I do plan on making this a little bigger too, though, so I need to take that into consideration. I want to make it about that big, personally. So, we're going to go about right here. So, to make this work, we're going to need to open our contact cement. We're going to use this to apply it. There. Now we got to apply it on the inside. Foam pieces. Preferably on the smooth side. Try to aim for the smooth. And try not to get it on your fingers if you can help it. And do this in a well-ventilated area. I have my ceiling fan going and a window open. So that way it all pushes out there. Now we're going to shove these pieces in here. Technically, yeah, you should coat both sides. Now that I think about it. Now just shove the pieces in there. And then I'm just going to drip some in there to help seal it in place. That's my moment in here. So yeah, shove 3 pieces in there, and then 3 pieces on the bottom, 3 pieces at the top. And I got it all nice and easy. It was a tough fit though, just to work it. Now, we're going to make little strips to shove in there. I got 4 in total here. We apply into the ends of the pipe. We need to apply the sticks to this. There. Now, we need to attach it to this, which we're going to dribble a little bit of contact cement in there. Shove the pieces in there. That was hard. Actually, there's a tiny space, so I need to show just a tiny bit. Alright, now I need to put a tiny spacer right there. Check it out. It took a lot, but I shoved it in there. You need 4 strips in total. And then the trick is just twist the pipe into there. Like twist this piece and just keep twisting until it gets in there. That was the trick. And just shove and shove and shove till you get it. But it shouldn't go anywhere. And I even have the little gap she's got. I know it shows foam pieces on the bottom, but that's okay. Once it gets covered, you're not really going to see it. Glad we got the basic piece. We need to create an end piece for this. Which, I'm thinking of just putting more blood over it maybe? Or a cosplay flex. And just bend it down. That's what I'm thinking anyways. So I just drew a circle on a piece of cosplay flex. I'm going to give it seam allowance. Cut around it. And that will act as our end piece. But we'll heat that up here in a minute. Because we'll probably have to use contact cement to make it fully adhere. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, next you're going to need this. It's a 2-inch coupler. Now to actually make it fit onto the end, we're going to line it with EVA foam again. Hey! What do you know? Okay. There. Just that. But we need to roll chunk. Alright, how I did this, in case you couldn't see it, all I did was roll a piece of EVA foam around it to size it. Hopefully, might be a little too big. Alright, I'm just going to cut a chunk off like that. It does come with foam couplers if you rather use that. That should work just the same. This was my cheaper option. And it's okay if we have a little dome fixture, that actually works out for us. Now, it fits. See? Which we're only going to put it to here probably. Most likely. Because these go like that. Oh no, we can put it down all the way. About right there. Cool. We also need to seal it off. But once again, we're going to use board glue to seal it off. Well, cosplay flicks, whatever you want to call it. So, that's what we're going to do with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to coat this contact cement. Just coat it really good. And then we're going to coat the inside where the foam is. Because the foam's pretty snug in there. It's not going to come out anytime soon. I will be shocked if it actually does. Because it was a pain to get in there. Alright. Now, just twist it on. That. And this will be a handle. Always check with your plans to make sure this is going to work properly before you get too far in. So, before we close that off, there's something else we need to do. We're going to put the wooden dowel in there. But see, mine is a little too small. But we can fix that. Because these that we can just put in there. Probably 2, maybe 3. Just put a little contact cement on these. On the inside, of course. You're seeing a trend, right? Contact cement for this project is going to be your best friend.
Hopefully I'm in view. I'm using Cosplay Flex to create the king-ish end piece, and all I do is just stretch a piece over it and heat it up. Now, since we're getting to the corners, I'm going to heat it up and do it like this, and just keep getting as close to the center as possible to make it look like all of them did that. So, this is just one way to keep everything secure. So, yeah. Let's commence this. Good morning. Heat gun is hot. Okay, now I'm gonna put the heat gun over it again just to help smooth it out. This piece needs to be torn off a little bit. It's stuck right there.
fill in that gap. And I just press it all down. Always keep an eye on where your wooden dowel is, which mine's right here, because we'll have to screw something into that later. Voila! You're getting your pieces that individually line up. We can clean this up later, so don't worry about that. That's what it looks like at the top. That's what it looks like on the sides. Pretty good so far, huh? Now you're going to do the same thing to over here. Oh, and I also went ahead and closed this end piece off too. So, yeah. And I switched cameras, so hopefully this is okay. Because the other one got full. So, hopefully this one's alright. But now, I gotta measure out some new pieces. Okay, I know it looks odd now, but the duct tape is to reinforce it with the concrete glue, so it has both. So I carved everything out, concrete glued it to here, and then taped it just for extra reinforcement because we're going to be covering it with paint anyway. And then we did the same. Down here I went ahead and covered this piece because it was becoming loose. Yeah. And I also used the heat gun and heated these up. That way the grooves will show up a lot. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty proud. But that's what it looks like. And this is about how tall. So, to my belly button. So, I gotta say, pretty good. Now we need to prime this with Plasti Dip. That's what it's called. We're going to prime it with Plasti Dip. All of this right here. All of the foam pieces. And the warbler pieces. And yeah. All that's left is to cut out the little cowpea fruit star. So we're going to do that right quick. Okay. This is what we got so far. I primed it with white on both sides and let it dry for an hour on each side of piece. Did about 2 or 3 coats a piece. And I also did it of the foam star. Now, I didn't prime it with Plasti Dip like I normally do. I just used Mod Podge to prime all of it. And also this primer, Rust-Oleum. It bonds to plastic, in case you want to get this primer. It's a really good primer. Got rid of the words and everything on the PVC pipe. And it's this, so you can't even tell that's duct tape. And I use this for, I know it's like a goldish tone type thing, but this was the best I had in my arsenal. Satin Nutmeg, it's the same stuff I use for my mallet, which I think it's going to look nice with all of the pretty colors and stuff. It's going to brighten it up a lot. But yeah, that's what we have so far. You let it dry an hour in between, and I did 3 coats of this. I'll flip it over after an hour and spray the same thing. Actually, I'm not going to do it after an hour because I have a live stream that I got to do. So, live stream on Twitch. So I'm going to do that. Then when I get done, or if I take a bathroom break, I'll spray this right quick. And yeah, that's what's going on. So, yay! Good job me. We're getting it done. I haven't made the vine or anything yet. This is all the progress I have so far. But I do plan on getting all that done tonight. So, wish me luck. I know this has come a long way since y'all last saw it, but yeah. All you really missed is painting stuff. So,
this is what it looks like so far. I still gotta add the flowers to down here and add the leaves through here, but other than that, it's done. So I figured I'd show y'all right now while I'm waiting on the Mod Podge to dry. We'll start with the chain. Here's the Paopu fruit. Just a star y'all saw earlier. I painted it yellow on both sides and hot glued. Yes, I know. I hot glued 2 Paopu leaves to it because that's what she's got. And it's on the hook. And what I did here is y'all saw, or you will see in the necklaces tutorials and stuff, that I have these things that you just crimp. It goes on the end of ribbon. So I crimped it because it shows that on the picture, and I just hot glued them together. And then I did like a twist braid. So, and then I painted this part orange and this part yellow. And then down here I hot glued the living crap out of this right here. And what I did is I crimped this right here, the yarn, and I shoved it inside inside of the Paopu fruit, so it's not as, so it doesn't stick out that much. So yeah, and then here's the front of it, and I painted this yellow because that's what it has. Technically has gems too, so you could put like a dot of hot glue all the way around if you want, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. The handle is blue like hers. That paint's still a little sticky because it's still drying. And then here is, which most of my blue is sticky. Huh. Interesting. It's probably gonna take a while to dry. Alright, anyway. Here's the handle. Ooh, gotta watch, I got Mod Podge on there. It's yellow, then it ombres to an orange, and then it ombres to a red. And the little design, I just mixed some yellow and white and put more white than yellow and just try to copy the design the best I could that was on the actual Keyblade. I'll flip it around here in a second so y'all can see the back. And then the cord, well, the vine that you see is a cord. I have a dead headset cord that broke on Kitty while we were gaming one night. So I just hot glued it literally to the pole, and the paint came out really sticky because I sprayed it this color, and it came out really sticky because I guess it's an electrical cord, you know. And so I figured, well, I'll just put Mod Podge over it to fix the stickiness. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. So hopefully, so far it feels like it's working. So if anything, I'll just put that on the blue if it keeps sticking. Alright, now I'm gonna turn it around. Oh, I guess I can go in more depth on this handle piece up here. I mixed white. Alright, I coated it with dark blue at first. And then for the light blue that you see here, it's more like an aqua. So I mixed yellow, blue, and white to get this color. And I got it going on the inside, on the outside, and the back. And I mainly did it on the main carving details because it's supposed to be like a highlight thing that goes on, and this one stays that color. So I'm actually pretty happy with this considering it's a, like, what, technically a full day project, something like that. And then here's the back, same effect going on there. If you can, try to sand down these foam pieces so that doesn't show on the back. But I'm going to be posing with the front anyway, but just for future. And then it has this decoration on the back. I'll make sure to put some reference pictures or something so y'all can see it. So, yeah. And this was made the same way with the mixing colors. So, yeah. This red came out really sticky. I guess because it's old. So I just went over it with regular red. And I guess now I can show you the paints that I went through because now you're all caught up. And the very bottom down here is red as well. So I'm going to flip it since the Mod Podge is mostly on that side. But yeah, I am proud of this. I like it. And the con, like it's 11:30 on that clock right now. The con is literally in the morning. So I have run out of time.
These are the colors to give you an idea what all I used. So you don't really need a variety like a rainbow, but you need at least a white to mix stuff. Let me try to zoom in. This camera, for some reason, it does better when zoomed in. There we go. This is titanium white. I'm sorry if you can't see that. And then pure orange, cobalt blue, apple red, daffodil yellow. Fitting, huh? And those are all the colors I used, literally, for the entire Keyblade. That's it. Besides the spray paint I showed you earlier. Ain't that neat? Oh, and also for the star I used the drill bit. And here's what is going on with the flowers. I have one big flower. Paint is still somewhat drying. With yellow in the middle, because that's the way hers is. And I have 11 orange flowers, because that's how many is on there. I have this pinkish flower. You can't, the camera's not picking it up very well. I'm sorry, this lighting is absolutely horrific. But that's a pink flower. And with all of these, I had to paint yellow in the middle. And she also has another yellow flower. And she has a little purple flower with yellow in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these to the end of that Keyblade. But I also did this. I spray painted the leaves the same color and along with the wire at the same time. And this piece you see here is part of the flower section that came with it. So what I figured is I can just attach this to the Keyblade. Just hot glue it onto there and use that as like a base for all that squiggly line stuff she's got, and then just put leaves all over the place on it like it shows, and then the flowers. So really all we gotta do is add that and the Keyblade's done. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Hopefully I'll record me adding it to the Keyblade. Okay, I'm just using hot glue, and I put an assortment of leaves over here and there, and I put a big one up here and also a big one out here because that's our reference image. And I added a couple more here because, you know, I had them. And here is the outside line decoration, and that's like, that's a lot of hot glue. Hopefully that doesn't come apart. And then bit over, and I just put leaf galore all over the place. And I kind of like that it has that tinge of green to it. But yeah, I just hot glued a bunch of leaves all over the place here, because on here there isn't much that you can see except for a couple of leaves. So I'm like, well, we'll just be creative. We'll just throw leaves everywhere. Now we just gotta add the flowers. So I'll show you that once I do that. And we're hot gluing those too. There it is. This is the back. You only need 2 flowers less, which is that one and that one. You technically, wait, no, it's that one and that one. You only need these few here, but I added extra because the back was too plain. So I had them, why not? And then you also put one up there on that branch. But yeah, there it is. All hot glued. And here's the front. The front! Those were all orange flowers, by the way. But you need, the front is completely accurate. You need 1 orange flower on the end, 1 yellow flower over there, 1 yellow flower over there, 2 orange, and that one's from the back. And then you need 1 orange up here, purple flower, pink flower. Don't it look so cool? I'm so excited! But believe it or not, we're not finished. They're all hot glued on there, but now I need to spray it with a clear coat. So yeah, that way the paint doesn't rub off everywhere. So we're gonna seal it and then we'll be done. Yay! I mean, I could just Mod Podge the entire thing, but that would mean several coats. So we're just gonna spray it.